Thursday. We are the home of UAlbany football and basketball, 104.5 The Team. Every Wednesday we get a visit with the head coach of the UAlbany Great Danes, Greg Gatusso, former Penn State defensive lineman, part of Joe Paterno's national championship team. It's an Altoona, Pennsylvania guy. What's not to love about Greg Gatusso? Well, I know you're not from Altoona.
He's not from Altoona.
But you like Altoona.
I do like Altoona.
You do like Altoona.
I love the people of Altoona.
Yeah, you like Best Way Pizza.
I like the
Altoona Curve.
I think it's called Zach's. Is it Zach's?
Zach's,
sports car bar and
Pellegrins. There's a lot of good spots. There's Zach, you've been to a couple of those.
Oh yeah, you dragged me all over that town before.
Coach, hey, 2-0. Got to be a good feel right now. I mean, can't get much better than play 2 games and be 2-0, and then getting some love from the national polls. You get number 25 in the FCS coaches poll, right, this week. So all good right now. Climate seems to be right where you want it.
Yeah, the big thing is the way we're practicing and the way our culture is right now. I can't say enough about, the kids are really working hard to do things the right way. We our distractions are minimal. They're working. I probably had the best Tuesday practice we've had since I've been here. I mean, they're starting to really get it and buy in, and good things are happening. So it's a much easier message when you're winning games, and when we lost a few in a row last year and we're trying to get them to practice, it's a little more difficult. But
you're a big practice guy too, right?
Well, it is. It's just everything in football. It's not like you can, in some sports a pitcher can go out and shut a baseball team down if the team isn't sharp. A basketball, great basketball player can go out and win a game on his own if the rest of the team isn't sharp. But in football, if the team isn't sharp, you really got problems. And I think Saturday was a perfect example of we weren't sharp at a key position, but we were able to win the game because we played pretty good all the way around. So that's who we are, and we need to have a repeat effort this week because this good team coming in.
Well, you had the offensive line cranked in a big way on Saturday, and E.B. Token Hanks, 178 yards and 3 scores. Pretty impressive, and it was a 14-7 game at the half, and then you started to roll late stages of the third quarter.
Yeah, we really felt like we controlled the first quarter. We drove down. We made it was the first bad decision I thought our quarterback made, was trying to force a ball. We had a clear lane into the end zone on a run. It was kind of a run-pass option thing, and that's what we're trying to teach them, is just manage the game. You don't have to make these spectacular plays. Just make the play that the defense gives you. And we made a couple mistakes that I think kept the game a little closer than it had to be in the beginning. But, you got to credit Rhode Island. That was a big game for them as well, and they played hard. But ultimately, I thought DJ went in, second series and drove us down and scored a touchdown, and that was really important because they're just not an offensive team, and it kind of put them away. And then, we got the picks, which was great.
Yeah, 2 pick sixes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and we really kind of packed it in offensively and just tried to run the clock out at that point. We weren't worried about scoring any more points, that's for sure.
Yeah, Rayshawn Clark makes a pick of 30 yards and then the 80-yard by Michael Nicastro. And I did think you made the right call. Nevin looked like Nevin Sussman struggling a little bit, had the one fumble. You bring DJ Crook, which you said you would utilize him if you needed to. I thought he was a spark in that game.
He was, and the message, Nevin understands that he's the guy, and we've talked about it, he and I. He's our number one guy. The other guys are going to play, though, when the situation warrants, and that's fine. I mean, I was asked yesterday by the media, who's my starting quarterback, and it's never in doubt to me right now.
Right.
And we trust him, we believe in him, and he's going to continue to be the guy, and those other guys are going to do their job and be ready to play when we need him. And we'd love to get Will Brunson in the game this week. If the situation dictates it, we think he's got a ton of talent, and we just got to see what he does under game situations.
So now you're going to give us 3 quarterbacks to pay attention to up in the booth this week, Coach?
Well, a lot's going to depend on.
We barely handle 1. Now we got to handle 3.
Well, the reason I took DJ out had nothing to do with he wasn't playing well. That wasn't why I took him out. I took him out because he made 2 really poor decisions with the ball, and they both resulted in turnovers and could have changed the game. One cost us a touchdown in the first drive. The second one gave them a chance to tie the game. Now, our defense stood up big at that time, and that's great. But ultimately, that was the only reason I took him out, was because he needs to understand they're the things he doesn't have to make every throw, and he's not going to be perfect. But we can't have those mistakes. That was poor management on our part, and we've got to eliminate that.
So, Coach, you're ranked 25th in that poll, as Roger just alluded to. In 2014, you started 4-0, were ranked, and I talked to you the other day in our Coach's Corner segment. You said that you didn't handle it the right way in 2014. Can you elaborate on that and what makes this team different?
Yeah, I don't know if that was in regards to being ranked the first year. I think that was more in regards to just how we handled ourselves last year. The ranking stuff to me is, and I talked to the kids about it yesterday. I told them, congrats, you're ranked. What does it mean to our football team? It literally means nothing. Yeah. What it means is the opponent now has got a chance to beat a ranked team. You guys have heard me talk so much about our script and what we do. That's what matters to us. And if we get ranked through it, great. And I think, we're ranked because of who we beat, and it's something that I'm not worried about. Now, if we're ranked as the season goes on, we get into the second half and we're ranked, and then we can talk about it being a big deal because that gives us a chance to be in the playoffs.
But here's the reason that it is a big deal, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because to the average Joe out there, I've had more than one person that I don't know if they've ever gone to a UAlbany football game yet, but they say, "Hey, see, UAlbany's nationally ranked." That's their. You got to do what you got to do with your football team, but it's a nice perception to have when fans are going, "Hey, I see UAlbany's nationally ranked." Maybe that will inspire them to pay more attention to the program and get to a football game. So from a publicity standpoint and some headlines, that's a good thing.
It is. There's no question. It's an eye-opener. I think beating Buffalo was an eye-opener to a lot of people, and we downgrade that obviously internally, sure. But I do understand. My daughter, who works for Mohawk Honda, has been texting me all morning that everybody wants tickets out there. And I told him, look, we got a great deal going right now. You get 4 tickets for $44. Come on out and cheer us on. So there is a lot of interest, and that's awesome. And the media has been great, and we understand. To build this program, we can't build this without people coming out and being part of it. And the more people are part of what we're doing, I always said last year, we're not playing just for University at Albany and our alumni. That's a big part of who we play for, but we do represent this city and this capital region, and we want them to come out and cheer for us. So RPI fans and Union fans and all those people that love football, we love their teams, and we're not in any direct competition, so they certainly can come out and cheer us on and help us build this program, because I think we can do some really great things here.
I was watching Bob Kovacic's forecast last night. It said sunny and like 78 degrees for Saturday. So it would be a perfect weather night. Great day. Game day starts at 5. It should be a really good atmosphere. How good is Holy Cross? How about a scouting report there? You lost to them there a year ago, didn't play your best game.
Yeah, I told the kids, I keep beating on this culture thing, but our culture was fractured last year. We had some internal problems. We were not practicing well. We were not taking care of our business. And we went to Holy Cross and literally got our doors beat in. And it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing for the coaches, the players, and our fans. So they know that this is a good football team. The quarterback is, by the end of this year, he'll be the leading passer in Patriot League history. He's outstanding. He makes them go. They have a really big, tough defense. They went into New Hampshire last week.
Yes.
In the opening of their stadium, New Hampshire has a full house. It's going crazy. They walk in there and they have a 28-10 lead.
Wow.
So now New Hampshire was able to recover.
I was going to say that was a coin flip game in the fourth quarter.
It definitely was. And that game could have went either way. New Hampshire was able to win the game.
And New Hampshire's another team, just to add context to what you're saying, Coach, New Hampshire's another team that's in that top 25, nationally ranked perennial power.
The New Hampshire has been in the playoffs 12 years in a row. They're a great football program. They went in there and played. This football team is very well coached. They're very focused, and they're coming in here to win the football game. So, we just got to be who we are. And I told the kids, to me, revenge is the very worst motivator there is in the world. Last year's game, they talked to us in a pretty derogatory way at halftime and after the game. They were very disrespectful. I told the kids, it doesn't mean anything, because if we're playing for last year, it doesn't mean anything. Right. So, we're fighting for big things. We're trying to make the playoffs. We're trying to win our conference, and this is a big game on the road to our goals. So that's what matters. We'll be fine. We'll be ready to go, and we need to play our best game because they're good.
Coach, good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
And you'll be able to listen to the game right here on 104.5. Our pregame starts at 6 o'clock with myself and Zach By.